Hey everybody, welcome to the Random Game on Shrinking. If you're new to this channel, one of the things I like to do is open up older games, mostly PC games, but not always, just to see what's inside and to actually play the game, because games that are sealed, they don't do anybody any good. Like to play some games, so if that's interesting to you to see these older boxes and see what's inside and see some gameplay footage, that's one of the things I do on this channel. So if you're not already subscribed, please go ahead and subscribe now and click the notification button before you forget, so you can be notified next time I do a video like this, which is pretty often these days. Now, the game I have here today is called Dr. Sulfur's Night Lab, and this is something I only heard about recently. I mean, it's some kind of edutainment title, so, back in the day, if I would have seen this on the shelf, and it came out in 1997, so I wasn't a kid in 1996. I wasn't a kid in 1996, so if I saw this on the shelf, I would have completely ignored it, basically. But I like adventure games of any kind, really, regardless if they're educational or not. I don't mind being educated, especially if it's, something interesting. Science, chemistry is an interesting topic. So I think this is some kind of adventure game, but I'm going to have to play it and find out. It says here, conduct hundreds of experiments, create explosions, dabble with volatile substances, and there's brain-teasing puzzles that test your skills, and explore chemical principles. So I'm hoping there's some kind of story involved in this, and it's not just like an open, open world puzzler, or, hey, come here and do some, chemistry, stoichiometric chemistry problems, or organic. I mean, that's not interesting to me. Hopefully it's actually a game. That's what I think it is, based on what I've heard. But let's open it up and find out. So, looks like a two-piece box, which is unusual, like a rigid two-piece box, as opposed to a one-piece box with a cardboard insert. And it feels like original shrink, and also, like, my friend Joe says to me, like, why would someone bother to try to reseal a game like this that nobody cares about? It's not worth anything. There's probably a good thing, probably an accurate statement. So, just tear the shrink wrap very easily like that. It came off really easily. And let's see what's inside. It doesn't feel too heavy, so not expecting too much, but let us see. It is a two-piece box. There we go. There is some kind of cardboard to hold it in place. All right, so letter to parents. Dear parents, welcome and thank you for buying Dr. Sulfur's Night Lab. Okay. We got a, some kind of postcard from what the hell's Fledge? Excuse me. Some website that doesn't exist anymore, hasn't existed for 20 years, I don't know. Registration card. And then we got the CD, this little protective thing, which is sort of nice. So, really basic packaging. The CD is also sealed. I'm assuming the manual is in here. It's one of these seals that's, like, hard to open. It's not like the really professional ones with the folded seams. It's like sort of it's just sort of been shrink wrapped. And I mean, sometimes this helps do that, but I think I'm going to have to use a knife. See if I got a knife here. Okay, I think I got a small one here. This one might do. Although it's hard to catch the seam. Really, this is a dangerous occupation. I got to get one of those things that's specifically designed to open jewel cases. Although it wouldn't work for something like this, I don't think. All right, there we go. I got it open. Maybe scratch the plastic a little bit, but who cares? Not me. Some ads here for some other wonderful educational titles, like Pyramid, Challenge of the Pharaoh's Dream. I don't have that one. This is good. I guess I'll have to pick them all up. This CD definitely looks unmarked, definitely new. And we have this manual in here. Nice jewel case size manual. It's in color. That's cool. Windows 95, playing the game, experimenting, getting around. It looks like an adventure, but I'm not sure. And I don't know, that's made it. So not much in here. Let's check out the actual game. All right. So here we have Dr. Sulfur's Night Lab. And I'll tell you something, this game was a real bear to get running properly in a modern PC. Basically, it won't run in anything properly over Windows 98. And so the only way I was able to get it to run on this laptop was to install Oracle VirtualBox and run a Windows 98 system virtually. More on that in a second. So, all right, so you put your name in here, and then you can select play intro, which I don't want to talk during the intro because it's very short. It makes no sense. So let's do this.
Recruit, your timing is excellent. One of my experiments got slightly out of hand. Now my lab is
Maybe I'll talk a little bit.
with a horde of mutant creatures.
So you're on some plane. There's his lab.
Show you my plan. By the way, I hope you can handle a parachute.
What the heck is incoming?
So now, like, something just flew into the ship and through the movie screen. And now we fell out of the plane, apparently. And that's our parachute. And we're going to do a crash landing through this, I guess, Dr. Sulfur's night lab. And so now this is where the game starts if you didn't select the intro sequence. And we have this crazy nose thing that talks to you and explains to you what to do. So I don't know why there's a mechanical nose that talks to you. So anyway, it was very hard to get this game to run. And even after it's now like sort of running okay, there's a lot of glitches. So first of all, in the back, you see that DNA helix, whatever that is. It's like going super duper fast. Also, the audio will cut out if you like breathe wrong. So not only did I have to install Windows 98 VirtualBox, I installed the right drivers, the right version of DirectX. There's a link that I found that had some good instructions how to get it to work, and I'll post that link in the description so you guys can have it if you try to play this game. But basically, the nose is telling you now what this game is about. The Mutants destroyed the lab or something, and you have to go from room to room inside the lab and solve puzzles to fix the lab somehow. I don't know how your solving puzzles does that, but I'll give you an idea of how this works. Let me just skip the rest of the talking here. I can move the mouse around. It's all mouse controlled. I think this screen will show you like where you can go basically. But it's very flaky. I mean, if I breathe on this thing wrong, like literally, like it'll stop working. Let's go down here to these steps. This is the diner, they call it. And it loads up the CD. And I believe the reason why it's so finicky to run is because there's some kind of copy protection on it that nobody were bothered to crack because nobody gave a damn about this game, basically. So you see, it just flaked a little bit. I'm not sure why, but the nose stopped talking in the middle. But basically, each one of these characters represents a chemical, and then you're supposed to click on the other characters, and it's hard to figure this out because it doesn't make any sense. It's not self-explanatory. To click on the other characters to then try to figure out information on this guy. So I'll do one so you can see how this works. And this is the only puzzle that I've actually tried, but I'm assuming it's representative of all the puzzles in the game. They're all based on, knowledge of chemistry and this mixing chemicals, stuff like that. So this guy here, who sounds like Mr. Magoo or, Thurston Howell III. I forget the actor's name off the top of my head, but he's a famous guy. A little bit like Snagglepuss also. Alright, so now he's telling me like his puzzles. I have to click on these other people here, not on him, which is a little bit weird.
Do I have any around the house? You do, if you have an antique refrigerator.
So do I have any around the house? You do, if you have an antique refrigerator. So basically, each person here, you have to ask at least 6 questions before they'll give you a chance to guess. And then you can ask up to 12, I guess. Or maybe it's 5 and 10. Basically, you have to ask every person at least once, and then they'll give you a chance. So far, it's like, it was in old refrigerators. They called it alkaline air. It was inside dirty diapers. You can smell it inside infant diaper. Where does it come from? It comes from coal refineries. So there's a lot of clues here. If you know something about chemicals, I've never seen it being used. So it's smelling salts also. So now you can actually guess what the thing is. I think you click on here. Maybe not. Maybe click on him. Wait a second. I forgot to ask 6 people. There's also this green stupid thing.
A good whiff will knock you down.
Alright, so now it gives me options, and I can pick, and basically it's ammonia, I'm pretty sure. And H3 is ammonia. So that's basically the game. I'm not going to play any more of this right now because you get the idea. It's an educational adventure game that teaches you chemistry, and it's more about knowledge. I'm not sure how you would know this if you weren't experts on chemicals, like how a little kid is possibly going to know this. Because it's not like they actually taught me anything. It's just a quiz. Maybe there's some other place in the game where they teach it to you, but I will say the amount of effort I had to expend to get this game working was probably on the excess of 5 hours. So I would not necessarily recommend this game. I mean, like, especially if you're going to spend 5 hours to get it to work, there's probably a lot better things you can do with your time. But it is a curiosity, and some folks who like edutainment titles might enjoy playing it. So, your mileage may vary, but I probably will not be playing this in the relatively near future. Anyway, I hope you found that interesting. You can, check it out yourself and see if it's something you want to do. But leave in the comments. Let me know if you've heard of this game, played this game before, interested in playing this game. Any comments you have on it, and of course, if you like the video, please like and share, and then subscribe if you haven't already done so. Thanks so much for participating in this video and for watching, and we'll do this again soon. Have a great day, everybody.